Here is a more detailed development timeline for Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Mid-1990s origins of the project. The concept for Eternal Darkness began in the mid-1990s when Nintendo staff saw Silicon Knights Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, 1996, at an E3 convention. Impressed by the game, Nintendo reached out to the Canadian developer to explore creating a mature horror game that would push the boundaries of conventional genre. Silicon Knights pitched the idea of a psychological thriller rather than the typical survival horror genre. Nintendo was interested in adding more mature titles to their portfolio and agreed to collaborate with Silicon Knights. Late 1990s, 1999 early concept development, the team at Silicon Knights, led by Denis Dyack, began conceptualizing the story and mechanics. They wanted to create a horror game that did not rely on the typical B-movie horror tropes, drawing inspiration from Edgar Allan Poe, Lovecraftian horror, and Michael Moorcock's Eternal Champion concept. The game would involve elements of psychological horror and historical events, providing a deeper experience than what was typically seen in horror games. Sanity mechanic. The team introduced the innovative sanity meter system, which would cause the protagonist to experience disturbing hallucinations and gameplay disruptions as their sanity deteriorated. The system was inspired by the Call of Cthulhu tabletop role-playing game. However, it was challenging to implement, especially as Nintendo was concerned that players might mistake the effects for faulty hardware or mistakenly damage their equipment. 2000 switched to GameCube development. Initially, Eternal Darkness was being developed for the Nintendo 64. The team used tools like 3D Studio Max for modeling and Photoshop for textures. It would have included full voice acting and cinematic sequences, but the N64's hardware limitations posed challenges, especially for the game's large size, which required a high-capacity cartridge. Transition to the GameCube. By 2000, Nintendo made the strategic decision to transition development from the N64 to the GameCube due to the N64's waning support and the upcoming launch of the GameCube. The decision required the team to rebuild most of the game's assets, including the rendering engine, sound design, and art assets, but the GameCube's superior hardware offered greater polygon rendering capabilities and more memory for textures. 2001 development continues on the GameCube. With the transition to the GameCube, the team worked to optimize the game for the new platform. The greater graphical power of the GameCube allowed the team to achieve their vision of a more complex and visually striking horror game. The team also faced challenges in incorporating the unique sanity effects, which had to be approved by Nintendo for fear that players might misunderstand the mechanics. 2001-2002 cultural sensitivity changes. In light of the September 11th attacks, the developers made significant adjustments to the game. The character Joseph de Molade, a Templar Knight, was removed, as the Templars were historically associated with the Crusades. This change was made to avoid appearing insensitive to the ongoing geopolitical situation. The character was replaced with a firefighter character, and all Arab writing was removed from the textures, although the Middle Eastern environments remained intact. 2002 final development in Polish. As the game neared completion, Nintendo sent their own game designers to help refine and improve gameplay elements. The development team worked hard to ensure that the game's innovative features, like the sanity effects, function smoothly on the GameCube. Release. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem was officially released by Nintendo on June 24, 2002. In North America, it was later released in Japan on October 25, 2002. Europe on November 1, 2002, and Australia on November 7, 2002. The game received widespread acclaim for its atmospheric storytelling, innovative gameplay mechanics, and immersive psychological horror elements. It also became Nintendo's first game to receive an M. Mature rating from the ESRB. 2002 A Film Contest Short Film Contest. In 2002, Nintendo, in partnership with Hypnotic, launched a filmmaking contest based on Eternal Darkness. The contest drew over 500 submissions, with the winners receiving funding to create short films. The grand prize winner, Patrick Daughters, produced the short film Unloved, which was chosen by a panel of industry experts. The contest further solidified Eternal Darkness's cultural impact, leading Hypnotic to acquire the rights to produce a potential film or TV series based on the game. This timeline reflects the game's journey from concept to release, highlighting key developments, challenges, and cultural changes that shaped Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. For many,